You know, I always wondered, what if guys like DeMar DeRozan and Carmelo Anthony played in the 80s? Mid-range masters that could make magic happen in that in-between area. Now, what if I were to tell you that this archetype of player not only existed, but was the best scorer in 1980s basketball? I introduce to you quite possibly the most overlooked scorer in NBA history, Alex the Blade English. What's good, family? It's Commissioner CJ and welcome back to the BLA. And today I have a real treat for you as we have the best scorer in all of basketball during the 80s. Alex English was a 6'8", 190-pound small forward with arms as long as Tim Duncan is tall. Selected with the 23rd pick in the 1976 draft, he would go on to have a 15-year-long career. During that time, he would earn himself 8 All-Star selections, 3 All-NBA selections, 8 straight seasons of at least 2,000 points scored, and not only would he make the Hall of Fame, he will also finish 7th in the all-time scoring list by the time he retired in 91. And he had all the tools necessary to be an elite #1 option. A Kevin Durant-esque unblockable shot, NIKOLA JOKIC level touch around the basket, could shoot either standing still or off the move just like Carmelo Anthony and DeMar DeRozan, all while being a stone face killer just like Kawhi Leonard. And his stats reflect that, as over his career he would give you 21, 5, and 3 with at least 1 steal and 1 block a night, with at least 4 trips to the line. Those numbers combined with 50% shooting from the field and 83% shooting from the charity stripe would give him a true shooting percentage of 55. For reference, the points, rebounds, and assists are all in the same ballpark as DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi Leonard. So now that you know what caliber of player we're dealing with here, let's take a deeper look into his career. Starting in his rookie season, the Blade would not make a big splash early in his career, as he would only average 5'3" and .4 with half a steal and half a block a game. However, what would show promise would be his efficiency, as he would shoot 47% from the field and 76% from the charity stripe, giving him a true shooting percentage of 51. He would continue to improve his skills as a ball player until he was traded to the Denver Nuggets in 1980. And in those 24 games for the Denver Nuggets, he would average 21, 9, and 3 with 1 steal and 1 block, along with 5 trips to the free throw line, with shooting splits of 48% from the field and 76% from the charity stripe, giving him a true shooting percentage of 53%. So I guess you could say the Denver Nuggets won that trade, and you can win this trade by hitting that like and subscribe button for more content. And the following season, he would sketch his name into basketball immortality when he entered his prime, as he would average 27, 5, and 4 with 1 steal and 1 block with 5 trips to the free throw line. And don't think he was just chucking the ball at the rim, because he would shoot 51% from the field and 84% from the line, giving him a 55% true shooting. For reference, that would put him in categories of other Nugget superstars such as Carmelo Anthony and NIKOLA JOKIC, and he did this without even thinking about shooting a three-pointer. But what about during the playoffs? All these numbers are regular season. What about in a series when they was game planning against them? It did not matter, because over his entire playoff career, he would give you 24, 5, and 4 with about half a steal and half a block a game with 5 trips to the line. And while his numbers took a slight hit, his efficiency did not. 50% from the field, 86% from the line, 55% true shooting. For reference, those numbers are very similar to other elite #1 options such as Jason Tatum, Stephen Curry, and Kobe Bryant. But when was his best season in the league? When was he at the absolute peak of his powers? And if you ask me, it is undoubtedly the 84 to 85 NBA season. Let me tell you why. As during that regular season, he would average 28, 5, and 4 with 1 steal and half a block a game, with getting to the line 5 times a night. That combined, it was one of the most efficient shooting seasons of his career. 51% from the field, 82% from the charity stripe, giving him a true shooting percentage of 56%. He would lead the Nuggets to 52 wins that would clinch the #2 seed, only behind the Magic Johnson-led Showtime Lakers. And while he did make the All-Star team this year, he did not make any All-NBA selections, which I think is ridiculous. He should have been at least All-NBA second team. But that's whatever, the playoffs were here and he was ready to put on a show, as he would average 36-4 with 1 steal and half a block a game, getting to the free throw line 8 times a night. And you would think with this increase of scoring output, his efficiency had to take a hit, right? Wrong. 53% from the field, 89% from the charity stripe, 60% true shooting, 0 3-pointers. And after going through the San Antonio Spurs and the Utah Jazz in the first 2 rounds, the Denver Nuggets season would end to the hands of the Showtime Lakers, as they would lose in 5 games. Now, there was a number of reasons why they lost that series, but I'll tell you what, it wasn't the Blades' fault. 36-4 with half a steal and half a block with 6 trips to the charity stripe. Shooting 51% from the field, 87% from the line, and 57% true shooting. In the playoffs versus great defenders like James Worthy, Byron Scott, Michael Cooper, and they even got Kareem back there protecting the paint. The Blade would get injured about halfway through a pivotal game 4 in which the Nuggets only lost by 4 points. The injury was so severe that he would have to sit out of game 5, and with the Nuggets missing their 30-point per game score in an elimination game versus the Showtime Lakers, there was nothing they could do. Who knows, maybe if Alex English never gets injured, maybe it's a 2-2 series going back to LA, and who knows what could happen in the next 3 games. In another universe, the Nuggets win that series and then beat the Celtics in the finals, and we talk about Alex English in a completely different light. But that's not the universe we live in. If you ever seen Alex English play, please share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section below. And if you believe he's a top 75 player of all time, let me get a Blade 75 in the comment section as well. And that's all I got for you on this one. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And remember, family, stay safe and get buckets. Peace, peace.